64 Valiant Steed here. I wanted to share with you something I purchased recently on eBay, and it's a replacement light bulb for the incandescent light bulbs that you would find in an old car that you used for decades. They're these little LEDs, and there's 7 little LEDs on the tip of a replacement bulb. You know, they replace the 57s or the 1895s. There might be a couple other numbers that they might have out there, but anyway, this is a replacement. And as you know, with these incandescent bulbs, they're a little fragile. They burn out. The LEDs last a little bit longer. They also, you have to be careful with them. I've been messing around with them. You know, they kind of put them together a little shoddy sometimes, but they work pretty good. With 64 Valiant, you have these little holders that hold the light bulb, and basically you could, without taking the dash out, obviously I have a couple extra dashes, instrument panels, clusters, whatever you want to call them, and I already replaced a couple of mine. You just reach up underneath, feel around, and twist and pull it out, and you'll end up with this little guy here. And then you just twist carefully, pull it out, and then it's got the same size, and you get in there, carefully just twist and turn, and you got a replacement. Go back up underneath, fish around, pop that in, turn it. Now I've got the white ones here, and that's what I replaced so far. They seem to pierce pretty good through the little domes that give you that little green and blue tint that you are used to in an old car. And here's another example. You can see the little dome inside there. That's what gives you that coloring that we're used to. You see the dome there? But it does kind of pierce through, and you can tell that there's a newer bulb in there. Something in the LED form. They sell these in other colors: blue, green, red, amber also, and so I've ordered the blue and the green and the red. They're on their way. These take about 2 weeks to arrive because I ordered mine from China. They were about 99 cents each, which beats paying the price that they want for them in America. I think they wanted $3 to $5 each for these. And if you have the patience, I highly recommend to find a seller on eBay that has these, and you can get them for about 99 cents each, including the shipping. So that's a great deal. You can probably get like 10 of them for like $8, including shipping. So you just get in the search bar on eBay and type LED and then the size of the light bulb that you have. And if you type in 57 LED bulb, you will find a lot to choose from. So there's the 4 LEDs. This is the largest one with the 2 little prongs and the 1 point on the bottom. And it's a good upgrade. They don't dim like I expected, so don't be surprised if they're not dimmable, even though they say they're dimmable. But they are plug and play, and like I said, it's a good alternative. And they look really nice in my dash. I can't wait to get the other colors and just kind of play around and see what they do for me. Now, somebody had asked me recently about the push button transmission and how to replace a light bulb. So I told them I would upload a video, and here is another spare push button that I have, and I'll just kind of go over this really fast. You'll have a bezel on your car, and you will want to remove the wiper switch. There's a set screw for the wiper switch that you have to remove, and then that'll come off. And then you'll have to you get a little tool that I also bought on eBay, and undo the nut. And then the light switch, you'll reach up underneath the dash and push a little button, and at the same time while you push that button, you'll have to pull the light switch out. And then you have to get that same little tool and remove the nut that's there. It's a special little 4-prong tool, or you can use 2 screwdrivers and small screwdrivers on either side and just kind of turn it out for both of them. Also, you'll have this parking lever handle that's got a set screw on it also. This one's upside down, so don't mind that. But there's a little set screw right up underneath that I think it's the same size as the wiper set screw. And you'll want to remove that, take that off, and then pull off the bezel after removing the 2 screws. You'll be set with something like this. And you should have a little light bulb deep down inside, and this one I've already taken out. It hasn't been there for a while, so you'll remove the drive, and the light bulb that will be in there is going to be this tiny little incandescent. It's also got the same base as the other incandescent and as your new replacement LED if you choose. And all you have to do, and it's even smaller now. This one I don't have it in there because it's broken. I pulled this out of my car 2 months ago before I got my LEDs, and I just needed a new light bulb in there. So you get yourself a piece of 3/8 hose, and you'll fish down in there, and you'll push down on the bulb hard enough and then turn it to the left. And if you're lucky, after an attempt or two, it'll come right out. My base had stuck in there a little bit. It was stuck just enough to break this apart, but I made sure to get the light bulb back into the tube, and then I just kept pushing it back in until I got it loose, and then I just got some needle nose and pulled it straight out. It was, it only took a couple of minutes, and first time that you try it, you might just be taking a few minutes. This hose is perfect for these LED lights because it fits right in there. They don't fall out, and it will make your job a little bit easier. So after you get that drive out, you get the other light bulb out, you will see that the pins will go in kind of like this direction at an angle. And so you kind of set it up and just fish it down in there. Let's see if I can get this right first time. And bingo. It's that easy. So hopefully that is helpful to some of you for replacing your light bulb. If you choose to use the LED, great. If you don't, just make sure to replace with the smaller dome, not the larger dome, because there's not a lot of room in there, and the buttons will hit up against the bulb. And that's it. You'll want to put the drive back in. Oh, also you might want to clean these if you have it open and everything, because they seem to get a little bit of a coating. I've noticed that I've had 3 different sets of these, and they all had like a white coating and dirt, and that inhibits the light from illuminating the tip. So the brighter they are, the better. But if it's dark, you don't get that light. So that's basically it. I can't speak today. Pop that back in there, and then you're good to go. And just reverse your steps. Put your bezel back on, just lightly screw it in, put the parking brake back on with the set screw, and get your wiper switch and your light switch. Now the light switch, you have to, when you put it back in, and this is for people who don't know because not everybody knows this, you're going to have to hold the button again up underneath the dash as you're putting in the light switch so that it will reconnect. And the first time you try it, you might get a little frustrated, and it might take you a little bit longer than you expect, but you have to get that little connect back in there. And then of course before you put the switches back in, you got to put those nuts back on, and it really does help to have that little tool that you can purchase on eBay. Alright, so everything's on eBay for this car. 64 Valiants and 64 Darts. They pretty much still make a lot of items, and they are great cars to have. My Valiant is just a dream to drive. I love it, and everybody loves to look at it. So anyway, I hope you have a good one, and thanks for watching my video. I hope this helps you.